Good morning. So, welcome to my basement. I don't know if that sounds creepy, but you're welcome. All right, so we will be starting on our mat in a child's pose. If there's anything that you want to add as in props for your practice, feel free to grab them before we start. And the great thing about online, you can always pause and go get whatever you need and then come back. So if you want any blocks, if you don't have blocks, books are great to bring the earth to you. Water or coffee or tea, some sort of beverage is always great. You don't really need straps today. If you like to add them to your practice, you can grab your strap or a tie or a towel. And blankets or pillows, those are also really great. They're good for filling the gaps, a little bit softer, and they allow you to sink in a little bit more, so it fills the gap, and then as you breathe and stretch out more, it gives you that space to drop into the pose. Or cushion from the floor, whatever it is. I am not using any props today. I could use a blanket, but I don't have one down here, so I'm just gonna do it without anything. All right, so let's head to our mat in a child's pose. So you're going to start coming onto all fours, and then you're going to bring your great toes together. So now, completely up to you, we're going to work a lot through the back today. So starting off, bring your knees closer together and send your hips back towards your heels. You're going to release the arms out in front and forehead towards the floor. Begin to sink down. Now, if you're doing this early like me, you may think child's pose is bracing, and then one day you're going to be like, wow, this is actually pretty tight. That's where I am today. This is a tight child's pose. If your hips are elevated, this is where that blocker, blocks, pillows, blankets, that's great to fill the gap between your tail and your heels. Now, if you hate having your knees together, absolutely hate it, it's your practice. Separate your knees and have it more of a hip opener, releasing your chest and belly down, forehead releases, shoulders soften. And just start to take a couple of inhales and exhales as I begin to turn on my music. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Feeling the back muscles start to lengthen. Feeling yourself start to settle in a little bit more here. And notice any chatter within your mind. So notice if you're making any to-do lists. Notice anything that's going on up here that's taking you out of the present, taking you out of your practice. Begin to find that connection to your breath. Really feeling those inhales getting deeper. And the exhales getting longer. The natural breath is slowing, your heart rate is starting to slow. And the way you focus upon your breath allows your mind to clear even more. And if you are still keeping your knees together, feeling the inhale, just like on our Dirga breath, our belly breath. So if your knees are separate, you can feel the belly rise into the ribs and then the chest. But if your knees are together, you can feel the belly start to press against the thighs, but also feel the breath through your back. So as you fill into your belly, your lower back is going to expand. Into the ribs, the mid back. Upper ribs, the upper back. So really feel the breath go into your back body here, not just the belly. And on the exhale, releasing from the upper back or your chest, the ribs in your mid back, your lower back and your belly. And you may notice that as you exhale completely, your hips may start to drop a hair more towards your heels. And this could be a physical sensation or maybe an energetic sensation, but whatever it is, feel the release happening. trying to keep everything else soft. So you may feel yourself clenching through your jaw. Try to soften your jaw, let your lips fall forward. Third eye stays soft as it melts into the floor. And now inhale here at center. And on the exhale, walk your hands towards the right. So the hips stay where they are, but the upper body and your hands start to begin to walk over to the right. You could bring the left hand on top of the right, getting that nice side body stretch, and your forehead still releases down. So you're stretching from the hip through the side body, out through the fingertips. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, walk your hands to the left. So again, the hips stay where they are, but we're stretching through the side body, noticing a difference from left to right. Right hand walks towards the left and your head releases down. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, pause here just for another breath. Inhale, come up to a table. So separate your knees so that the hips are directly upon the knees, shoulders on top of the wrist, neutral spine to begin. So don't let your belly fall yet. I want you to feel your table. And now on the inhale, let the belly fall, heart and tail lift, shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, round your spine, tuck the hips, turn the gaze. Inhale, belly down. Heart and tail lift, taking your cow. Exhale, round, tuck the hips, turn the gaze. This is your cat. So continue through your cow and your cat at your own pace. Matching your breath to your movement. Maybe you close your eyes so you can get a deeper connection into your physical self and see what it is that the physical self is asking for. So maybe there's a little bit more than the cow and the cat. There could be some swaying of the hips, some rocking of the weight, some spiraling of the hips, whatever it is. Allow yourself to connect and move. Just a couple more rounds here. And once you come back to table, we're going to thread the needle. So adding our 6 movements of the spine, we've already done side to side, forward and back, now we have to twist. So tail stays lifted upon the knees. Inhale, sweep the right fingers up. Reach long. On the exhale, sweep that right hand under the left, stretch all the way through the shoulder before you release it down. Right side of your head comes down. Distributing your weight between the knees equally. Left hand can stay by the face. It can walk out in front of the mat, up towards the sky, maybe making some arm circles, or bend the left elbow, palm faces out on your lower back, maybe reaching for your right thigh. Listening to whatever it is that your shoulders need. Spine's getting that beautiful twist. The shoulders are also getting a great benefit from this. Inhale the left hand back by the face. Press into your palm as you sweep the right fingers all the way up. Reach and lower. So we're going to work to the other side. Inhale, lift the left fingers up. Reach long. Exhale, sweep that left hand under the right shoulder. Stretch through that shoulder before you release it down. Right hand by the face, out in front of the mat, up to the sky or behind the back. So just because you did one thing on one side doesn't mean that it's asking for the same thing on the other side. We're balanced because we're twisting and working both sides, but we are not symmetrical. So honor the differences from right to left and give your body whatever it is it needs. A lot of times I say close the eyes because we get that deeper connection when we shut off one sense, we can connect deeper to another. We can shut the mind off and listen to the body. That's the funny thing about the mind. It tends to think it knows what we want, when the heart, the soul, the body is asking for something else. Don't get me wrong, the mind is a great thing, but sometimes incorrect. Inhale, bring the right hand by the face. Press into that palm as you sweep the left fingers all the way up. Reach high and lower down. Start to curl your toes under, and we're going to walk our hands back, roll onto the tops of our feet. We're going to find a ragdoll from here. So start to lift the hips up, but keep a nice bend in your knee. Top half hangs over the bottom half. And you could ragdoll side to side. Heel to toe, maybe shrug your shoulders or shake your head. And now you can keep your hands towards the floor. You could start to grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, whatever it is that you'd like. Noticing if any chatters return to your mind. Let it release here and now. We're going to do some spinal roll-ups and roll-downs. So keep that nice bend to your knee, the hands towards the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, keeping your knees soft as you come all the way up. Once you get up to the top, roll your shoulders back and down, chin lifts. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin towards your chest. We're going to start to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders round forward. Knees are soft. Let your hands glide down your legs. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, press all the way up. Shoulders roll back and down, chin lifts parallel to the floor. Inhale up top, lengthen. Exhale, round down, chin towards your chest, rounding those shoulders forward as we release. Inhale. Exhale, start to roll up. Shoulders back and down. Lift through that crown. Inhale, last one down. Exhale, start to round. Once you reach the bottom, there is no rush. You can take your hands towards the earth and we're going to walk ourselves forward. We're going to find ourselves into a plank. So a plank is the top of a push-up, shoulders on top of those wrists. And you have a long line from your heels to your crown. Drop your knees down, releasing to the tops of your feet. Creases of the elbows face the front of your mat. Hug the elbows by your side as you lower all the way down. Shoulders are down, elbows squeeze in. We're going to find ourselves into a baby cobra. So engage your back body as you peel the chest up ever so slightly. Gaze stays down the bridge of your nose. Exhale, lower. Inhale through a table. You can round your spine a little as you curl the toes, lift the hips, take your down dog. You can pedal out your feet here, bending the one knee and then the other. Inhale, rock forward, come to your high plank. Knees up or down here as you lower towards the earth. Elbows bend and hug by the ribs. Releasing to the tops of your feet, elbows squeeze in, shoulders roll down. Inhale, lift and lengthen, come into your baby cobra once more. Exhale down. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Feel free to walk out your legs in between. Inhale, rock forward, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale through a table. Exhale. So here's the deal when it comes to a down dog. You can see I'm curling my toes. My arms don't, my upper body isn't really moving. It's my hips that are shifting up, and then the upper body releases down. Take a moment in your down dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press your fingertips into the earth. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Hips are up as high as you can to the sky. It's okay if you have a bend to your knee or your heels don't touch. Inhale, rock yourself forward. Come to your high plank. Exhale, lower down. Releasing to the tops of your feet. So hands are by the upper ribs, elbows squeeze in. You can come into that baby cobra that we've been working on, or you could press into your palms and lift up a little bit higher for your cobra. So in your cobra, your legs stay connected. Check your shoulders. They don't want to be creeping up by your ears. Shoulders are down. Slight bend to your elbows. Exhale, lower. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Sweep the hands. Connect at the palms. Lower your hands to the heart. Take a moment here and close your eyes. Check in with yourself. Notice if there's any chatter returning. Allow yourself to be here, be now a little bit longer. Connected to your breath, connected to the present. Inhale, supine. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the right foot back. So drop the right heel down, toes are going to turn in. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, pinwheel that right arm all the way around. Left arm is out front, right arm behind. So we have a bend to that left knee and now straighten the left knee. So we're going to come into a triangle series here. Pull that right hip back, so we want to be square here. We don't want to square forward. We want to be in line with the side of our mat. We're going to drop the right hand down, flip the left palm, sweep those left fingers up as the right hand glides down that back leg ever so gently. Checking your belly here. We don't want to be arching. We want to keep those hips tucked under. Gaze wherever is comfortable. So the right hand could stay to your leg. You could wrap around the back of your waist. And notice I was just popping my hip back to scrunch up my side. Once again, try to keep those hips nice and straight. So nice deep breaths. Inhale, come back to the horizon. We're going to reach. So now we're going to reach long. The ribs are coming upon that thigh. Reach a little bit longer. You're going to feel a nice stretch to the back of that left leg. Lowering that left hand down, right fingers are up. Try not to let your right hip fall. We want to keep it back. Shoulders stacked upon shoulder. Gaze, as always, wherever's comfortable. So here, props are great if you want to bring the earth and rest upon a block. You could have your hand facing out on the inner thigh. That'll engage your obliques a little bit more. And if you find that your heart is open, because you're trying, and your heart is not open, you're trying to reach lower and you're scrunching down, lift up a little bit higher. We want to keep that nice openness through the heart. Engage your core, lift all the way back up. Hands come to the horizon. Turn your toes to the corners of your mat and lift your arms up a little bit higher. So we're on a 5-pointed star. Tuck your hips under. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to bend the elbows and the knees, come down to a goddess. Feel that nice stretch of the inner thighs. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. On the next, we're going to hold. So hold it down, feeling that nice stretch to the inner thighs here. Shoulders are down, hands can face to you, containing your energy, or you can share your energy with others. So I've said this many times before. Everyone thinks that this is the appropriate thing to do. You have to share your energy. But just like they say on planes, you can't help others until you help yourself. So if you have no energy to give, you need to contain it and let yourself heal before you can try to heal others. Some nice deep breaths, feeling yourself in the moment, breathing into any sensation that you may be feeling. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen through the crown. Inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So we're hinging at the hip forward, coming to a flat back. You should already feel a stretch through the hamstrings. And you can release your hands down to the floor to a block. You could soften a little bit more. And maybe you want to release even further. Feeling that nice stretch, once again, through the hamstrings, but you should also start to feel it through the glutes and the lower back. As you release down, maybe you take your hands to the sides of your ankles, the sides of your calves. Maybe you grab onto your great toes. Whatever it is. Feel yourself release down. Releasing more and more with each exhale. Slowly start to come back up to a flat back. Soften your knees and take your hands to your hips. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Turning your right toes to the back of your mat, left toes are going to turn in. We're going to just play and work our way around. So arms float out to the horizon, and you're going to reach long out in front so that left hip pulls back. Reach a little bit further. Hip and ribs are in line. Lowering your right hand down, left fingers up. Shoulders are stacked one upon the other. Gaze wherever is comfortable. So you may notice a difference, once again, from side to side. A lot of us have a dominant side versus non. Just loving everything about yourself. Left hand can stay up. Maybe it wants to reach behind, getting a little bit more of a shoulder stretch. I don't know if I offered that on the other side, so I apologize. And make sure you're not sinking into your shoulder here. We want to make sure that there's space throughout. Inhale, come all the way back up. Arms to the horizon. That left hip pulls back. So flip the right palm, right fingers lift as the left hand releases down. Not popping that left hip out. Hips are square. And just gliding down. left hand to that leg, or you could wrap around the back of your waist, reaching for the front pocket. Trying not to arch your back here, hips tuck under. I know I give a lot of direction. Inhale, bring those hands out to the horizon. Turn your toes back to the corners of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up this time. On the exhale, we're going to wide-legged forward fold, but reach long out in front. So you're getting that nice stretch to your hamstrings, but you're also reaching. So you should start to feel it all the way through your back. Breathing. This engages the core. Inhale up. Float the arms out. Turn the left toes forward. Right toes turn in. Soften that left foot up. Left knee. And step the right foot up. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. Swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back to your plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Couple of nice breaths here. Walking your feet forward. Take your hands under your feet. So you're going to be stepping on your palms. Toes are where the wrists and the palms meet. Deep bend to your knees so the belly sits towards the thighs. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, press into your hands as you begin to straighten the legs just as much as you can. So the way that you're stepping upon your hands, you're going to feel a stretch through the upper back, and then you're lengthening the hamstrings, stretching through the lower back. Inhale, bend the knees, belly towards the thighs, look out in front. Exhale, straighten. Inhale once more. Exhale, straighten. You can walk your hands out from under your feet and slowly start to roll all the way up. So we're going to work on a little bit of balancing. We're going to take a figure four with our legs. So round through your right foot first. Find your drishti, that's your focal point. Something a foot or two in front of you that's not moving. Take your left foot and cross it on top of the right knee. Make a figure four. So we're not in a tree stand. This is a figure four. Hands come to heart center. Now this may be as far as you go, which is awesome. Or you could inhale. And on the exhale, sitting back into your chair, you're going to feel a nice stretch through your outer hip. So balancing can sometimes get challenging. Sometimes our breath begins to stagger. But release into it. Let the universe take over. Let yourself gain acceptance for all that is and all that's happening. Inhale. Exhale, keep your leg on top as you fold forward, hands towards the earth, and your hips are going to lift up slightly. Slowly release your right foot down. Left foot down. Soften those knees as you roll up. All right, let's work to the other side. Ground that left foot. Find your drishti. I don't know why I always come up onto my toes. Habit of mine. Right foot crosses over. Make that figure four. Hands come to your heart. Staying here, or you can inhale and exhale, sitting back into your chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold hands towards the earth. Taking that nice little fold, and you can release your foot down. Slowly rolling all the way up, sweep the arms. Exhale, let's head back down, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. And we're going to lower all the way to the earth. So take your arms out to a T. You can turn your head to one side. We're going to do a bit of a twist here. Your legs can be a little bit wider. They don't need to pin together. And you can change your head placement at any time. So bend the right knee. Toes lift up to the sky. Now if I said, but your arms are out to a T. Lift that right quad off of the ground. So you're going to feel your glute engage, your lower back engage. And now you're going to guide the right toes all the way over to touch the earth. Breathing. And your gaze could turn one way, or if you want a deeper, but listen to your body, you could turn your head to the other side. Inhale, come back through center, slowly dropping both hips down. Drop the right quad, extend that right leg. All right, so let's bend the left knee. Toes are pointed. Inhale, lift that left quad off of the ground. Again, feel your glute engage and guide the left toes over. Your gaze could turn one way or the other and may be different from side to side, as I say 1,000 times. Inhale, come back up, releasing both hips down. Lower that left quad, extend the left leg. Hands come under your shoulders, press yourself up through a table, and back for your last child's pose. So hips back towards the heels, forehead to the floor. Find your breath. Find clarity in the mind for a few more minutes. Walk your hands back and start to lift your torso up so you're sitting back upon your heels, knees stay together. We're going to find a couple of eagle arms. So inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, right arm crosses on top of the left. Option 1, grabbing onto your shoulders and your elbows will lift. Option 2, bring the backs of your hands together. Option 3, palms come to meet. Elbows up, palms slightly away. Gaze is soft on the inner arms. You can close your eyes, feeling a nice stretch through your shoulder blades. So if you're not having the left arm under, right arm on top, just notice what side is where, so that you can do the opposite for the other side. Breathe. Breathe and be. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, we're going to bring the opposite. So the right arm is on top, left arm under, unless you did something different. You have the option of grabbing your shoulders, backs of your hands, or palms come to meet. Elbows up, palms away. Releasing your arms out. Exhale, hands come down. Send your weight to one side. See if your legs aren't out front. Scoot yourself to the center of your mat and lower your back down. So knees are bent, feet are planted, palms are down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, press into your heels, lift those hips up, take your bridge. Making any adjustments that you may need. Hands can stay towards the earth. You could interlace the fingers, walking one shoulder under and then the other. Some nice belly breaths here. Releasing your hands, rolling onto your tiptoes. Start to come down one vertebrae at a time. Once your lower back meets the floor, drawing your knees in. You could gently rock side to side here. You could grab a happy baby. So grabbing the outsides of your feet, bottoms of your feet come together. Bottoms of your feet towards the sky, knees towards your shoulders. So in your happy baby, or you could take your peace fingers to your great toes. In your happy baby, you massage, you rock, but making sure that your lower back stays connected to the floor. So making any adjustments, because I don't want you to be here, having your hips elevated. They want to stay connected and kissing the floor the entire time. As you rock one way, maybe you extend the leg, whatever it is that you are looking for. Just another breath. Coming through center, extend both legs up to the sky. Now here, if you want, you could lift the hips up, placing pillows, blocks, blankets, anything that you may like for support to have shoulder stand, or you could just have your legs extended. Feel free to make some point and flex, making some ankle circles. You could always do some splits, or you could just stay and feel the blood releasing from the feet. Begin to bring your knees in towards your chest and extend one leg out and the other, getting yourself ready for Shavasana. Extending one arm, palm facing up, followed by the other. Shoulders melt down and roll away. Eyes are gently closed, so if you're squinting, try to soften it. Third eye releases. Jaw is soft. And just stay here in the stillness. There is a time to be open, almost unfocused, as we take in what the world, the universe is showing us. There is a time to get out of our heads and quietly take the journey of our hearts, following the openness and wonder of a child. There also comes a time to aim our attention and focus our energy on what we want to accomplish. Instead of floundering with scattered thoughts and possibilities, we choose one, then act on it. We stay in step with a natural rhythm, but we're pulling our scattered attention together and focusing as part of that rhythm. To do that, we may have to work through or push away our inner distractions. Moving through our inner distraction, our inner obstacles enables us to accomplish our goal, whether that's a task, a particular piece of work, or learning to play the fiddle. Is there something you want to do? Is your heart urging you to learn something, accomplish something, go somewhere to do something? Make it a goal. Focus your energy. Learn to stay focused until you reach that goal. Put yourself in a space and don't let yourself out until that goal is done. Begin to deepen your breath, coming back to the present, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles. Maybe a gentle rock of your head from side to side. And slowly begin to roll to your right side like you're rolling over in bed. Give yourself an inhale. And on the exhale, press your way up to your last seated position, finding hands to heart center with a gentle bow to your head. In this moment, say something nice to yourself. Thank yourself for your practice. Thank yourself for your time. Thank yourself for being there. Take a moment to send love and gratitude to all those practicing with you today. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Connecting at the palms, lower your hands down to the heart, praying to always love compassionately. Bring the thumbs to the lips, praying to always speak truthfully. Finishing off with our thumbs to the third eye, praying to always see clearly. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed practice.